and gentlemen, let the fun begin. Marco is performing again today. Can you believe it? All right. Looking forward to perform for you guys again. Now, I believe it was again Frank. Again Frank. I'm pretty sure it was again Frank who asked me how I stay so youthful and young looking. Well, part of it is my genes. I'm very lucky. If you've seen my dad, you know exactly why I look as good as I do. But that takes work still. It doesn't just come naturally, right? There's got to be a diet or an exercise tip that I can give you guys that'll get you to be exactly like me. Now, I'm very honest, all right? I'm not going to give you false hope. I'm not going to give you a dieting technique that's like not going to work and then you're going to have to try someone else's dieting technique. And I'm going to give you that dieting technique for free, all right? So, you are going to actually lose weight with this diet. You're actually going to be as thin as I am, and you're going to look just as good, right? I hope so, anyway. All right. So yes, and some people do look really, really good, but yes. So and even after they lose the weight, they become amazing, right? But yes, so the dieting tip that I'll give you for free is I've used many diets in the past, so I'll go through all the diets I've gone through. All right. I have gone through an organic diet in the past, all organic. It was very healthy. I exercised 6 days a week, 3 hours a day at that point. I was buffer. I was lean. Well, I'm pretty buff now, but I was in great shape. 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, of cardio and jump rope and weightlifting, and then I ate all organic food. Okay, so that was a really healthy way to gain muscle, be fit, and of course, most people don't have that kind of time. Most people aren't able to do that kind of thing. It's a lot of work. Okay, so that was the one diet I had years ago. Okay, the second diet I tried, and I looked amazing at that diet. Obviously, I'm gonna look very good. 3 hours a day of exercising 6 days a week, and then doing eating all organic food, yes, you're gonna look very, very good. Don't worry, right now I'm not doing nearly as much, all right? But I look even better than I did then. So who knows how that works? Anyway, so yes, so the other diet I used was the protein power plan, all right? That I looked really, really good with. I had all protein almost. I ate burritos, beef burritos. I had steaks. I had chicken. I had vegetables too mixed in there. Sometimes I would have mostly meat though. I would have a lot of protein. I did a lot of exercise as well. I'm not sure how much at the time, but I did do a lot of exercise. So with that diet plan, I was, relatively strong looking. I look really strong right now, but yes, I was like the same as I am now, basically, right? Like I looked really, really good. Okay, so the diet that I use now that I'm 41, get ready for it. All right, it's not nearly as difficult. It is difficult for sure, especially if somebody likes to eat a lot of food. It's going to be difficult for sure. Some people cannot even do this diet. It's a hard diet to do, but it gets results. Like look at me, I'm so fabulous. All right. Anyway, the diet that I do now is I'm on the counting calories diet. All right. So some days I eat very little. Sometimes I have hardly anything. I have maybe about, I would say about, okay, so it ranges between uh, 500 calories in a day to about 1,500 calories in a day. All right, that's not a lot of food. Okay, sometimes one meal is over 1,000 calories, right? So if I'm having 500 calories in that day, that only allows me 2 drinks. Okay, so that's why I'm so fit and thin. Okay, that's what makes me look this good. Okay, so like yesterday, for instance, I had I think 700 calories, maybe 400, maybe 500 calories or something. I had, oh no, I had maybe about 700 calories. So I had something to eat, just a small snack, and then I had 3 drinks. Okay? That's all I had. All right, that's why I look so good. All right, that's why I'm looking as good as I do now. Right now, of course, if you're eating that little and you're so skinny that you look terrible, well, then you need to do something to eat. You need to eat something healthy. You need to eat, right? But if you look this good, it's working. Okay, I feel amazing. I do exercise on top of of the diet that I do. I do exercise, right? Some days I'm doing 13 hours worth of videos, so that's a lot of dancing, a lot of entertaining, and a lot of workout. Then I do some cardio. I do some weightlifting. So I do mostly cardio though. All right. So with that in mind, that's how hard my diet actually is. Okay. That's how tough. That's why I look this good. All right. That's why celebrities look as good as they do, because they don't eat very much. Usually that's the reason. So there are some days I'll have like a whole pasta with bread, like the pasta's a huge portion, or I'll have or I'll have a steak dinner with all the fixins and all the meals beside all the side dishes, or I'll have like I don't know, I'll have pasta with like a stuffed veal, that kind of thing, right? Where I'm having a lot more, but then I have to really work on my weight after that, all right? That's the crazy thing. That's how hard this diet is. So if you're loving food very, very much, this diet's probably not for you. But if you want to look this good, you have to do that kind of thing, right? That's why it's so rare to be a celebrity because most people do not want to do those things, right? That's a hard thing to do. Now, if you notice, most female celebrities are a size 0 or a size 1 or 2, maybe even a size 3, right? And so if you're seeing that and you're thinking, how do they get that way? That's how they get that way. Now, not all celebrities do the same thing. Some people have a high metabolism, so they can eat more. Some people, um, some people are not are not really into or some people exercise a ton, so they can eat a lot, right? Some people want to be big and like huge and muscular, and be like 300 pounds and all muscle, so they have to have a different eating regime, of course. Like for my lean body and my strength looking look, and I look like a powerful person, a very strong person. I look like a real bodybuilder, but I'm more lean, right? So if I wanted to be bigger, I would have to eat more, obviously, and work out more, right? So it just depends on what you want to do with your look, right? I'm very happy looking this lean and being really muscular still. I'm very muscular, but being this lean and muscular, rather than being like 200 pounds and muscular. I mean, that's something I would do, but the only problem with that is that Melina, it would suffer because if I was 200 pounds and muscular, right now, I'm about 5'8" and I probably weigh about 175. And that's how much I have to diet and exercise just to be this thin, all right? Now, it's crazy because I'm 175, right? I used to be 153 at one point in the summer because I exercise a lot more in the summer and I'm a lot fitter in the summer and I'm also eating a lot. I'm also in control of my diet a lot more because I'm doing a lot more activity and I'm just summer you have more time off. I don't necessarily have more time off, but I do manage to exercise more in the summer because I walk to work more. I love the outdoors. I enjoy the outdoors, right? So I was at an outdoor festival one day. I danced for 13, no, 13 hours straight, 11 hours at a festival. I danced for 11 hours there, really fast. And then I danced for 2 hours after that at a bar. Okay, so I was 150 pounds, maybe 147 pounds. That was last summer, okay? So you can only, and I was actually bone thin, like I was actually too thin. So I had to eat right away. But yes, so that's how much work it takes to be as thin as me and look as model-esque as I do, or bodybuilder-esque. All right, so that's what it takes. Okay, so If you think you can do it and you just never knew, then go by all means go ahead. But if you think that's way too challenging, you don't want to bother. Well, then I understand. But yes. So and like I said, some days I can eat a Whopper at Burger King, and I can eat, three side dishes at Burger King, and then I can have like another thing later. But that's because I do it for one day, and then the rest of the time I'm dieting like crazy, right? So that's why I'm so thin, and that's why I look so powerful and gorgeous and strong and handsome, right? That's why, all right? So the secret's out of the bag, all right? So if you think that you can do this, if you think you can do that and look like this, because I think you can, if you really want to, I think you can, then you will be a star just like I am. All right? I think you can. I believe in you, all right? You know what? Maybe you've tried millions of diets. Maybe you've thought, how am I going to lose weight? There's no way. And of course, if you are 300 pounds, let's say, and you want to start with 300 pounds, you can work your way down. You're not going to be eating 500 calories a day at 300 pounds, right? You can just count how much calories you have in the first day, and then lower it by maybe 500 or 1,000 for the first 2 weeks. And you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna expect you to just jump to 500 calories or 1,000 calories in a day as a guy, and for a girl it's even less, right? So, it's crazy, but it's even less. Okay, so I really have the dedication, and I think you do too. All right. So now make sure you're eating healthy still though, of course, right? If you're not eating healthy, there's no point. But because you're eating so little, it almost doesn't even matter how healthy you eat. But for your own sake, you want to eat healthy, right? So that's what I do to be this fabulous. That's what I do to look this good, all right? So I bet you guys, there are some of you that watch uh, religiously on my channel or watch loyally to on my channel. If you don't like the word religiously, they watch loyally on my channel, and they're like, yes, I love this channel. I want to be just like Marco and Melina, or just Marco, or just Melina, depending on what gender you are, and you want to be just like that. Then you're probably thinking to yourself, this is gold, and I know I can do it. If you guys want to send me your before and after picture, or you want to tell me your story about whether you lost weight or not, and remember, I'm telling you the truth, right? Like if you counted how many calories you ate today, and you're 200 pounds and you're a guy, then you would know, yes, that's why you're 200 pounds, right? So you would know, okay? So you're gonna know that based on what I'm saying, it's actually accurate, okay? So and remember, drinks count as calories too, okay? So if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, or you drink a lot of drinks, even if you drink regular pop, or you drink something that's not 0 calories, like water, then have, you're gonna actually gain weight as well, right? So, if you have two drinks, let's say you have two regular Pepsis, all right? Two regular Pepsis in a bottle, that's 520 calories, okay? So if you're trying to lose weight, you can obviously eat something. I mean, sometimes I don't. Actually, sometimes I just have those two drinks. But if you want to eat something, you eat something, right? But then it has to be minimal calories, right? And then it has to be the one item or maybe two items, right? You can gauge by how you look on camera, by how you look in the mirror. If you see that you're too thin, then you know you're overdoing it. I'm all about beauty, power, handsomeness, and strength. So, I'm not going to be doing something where I'm like, you know what, I'm too skinny, I'm going to just eat less. No, you're going to eat more when you're too skinny. You want to get that perfect look, right? Like the look I have right now. All right, so are you ready to bump up your game and to be a total superstar? Because that's what it takes, all right? So the only thing that's stopping you here would be the difficulty of it. But remember, do what you are comfortable with. If you find that you have 1,250 calories in a day and that's something that's easier for you, and you're that 180 pounder line, or you're the 190 pounds, and it's better than the 200 pounds you were, then by all means, please do that. Because I don't want you to be thinking, this is too daunting, I cannot do this. If you cannot do it, well, don't overdo it, you know. You got to do something that's manageable for you. And if it makes you lose weight, by all means, go ahead, right? So, and I do recommend that if you are someone that's 300 pounds, let's say, start slowly. Don't just jump to that. But if you can jump to that, by all means, go ahead. If you're not craving food afterwards, then I think it's a good idea. I think it's important that you go at it like you're trying to be the person that I am right now. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys deal with that the way that you want to. All right, I believe in you. I think you guys can do it. Now look at this. Look how pretty I am, or handsome I am, I should say, not pretty. I'm not Melina right now. Look how handsome I am. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy, right? And I was once 200 pounds. Okay, so to be this way now is such a fun thing for me. I really, really enjoy it. I'm grateful that I'm able to say I'm thin, and I look really, really good. So anyway, that's all there is to it. All right. It's a lot harder than it looks, for sure. You think I just do this in the morning and I'm just ready like this in the morning? No, it takes a lot of work. Really, really does. So again, Frank, that is how you lose weight. The way that I'm doing now, there have been many things I've done in the past. Now, when I was doing the diet before, with the all organic diet and exercising 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, doing mostly cardio, doing aerobics, doing all that, when I was doing that, I was able to eat a lot more because I'm working out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, right? So that's easier to, and I was doing weights and everything, like tons of weights. So at that point, I was able to say, you know what, my metabolism's high, I can eat whatever I want. So I had a lot, and it was all organic. So naturally, most things would have less calories, and it was vegetables and stuff like that. So that's how I was then. Now, right now too, I'm still exercising a lot. I'm exercising quite a bit. So, you might think, okay, well, he's doing that diet. If I just did that diet, I'd be good. I exercise a lot too. So let's say you want to do the counting calories diet, and you want to eat more, because why not, right? Food tastes really good. I love it too. I really enjoy it. And sometimes you're like, you know what? 500 to 1,000 is too low. 1,250 is too low. I want to have 1,750 calories in a day. That would actually still, you'd probably still lose weight, but ever so slowly. All right. But you can have that, and then you can exercise maybe 2 hours every 2 days or something, or every day, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week maybe. And then you would still look flawless. You would look really, really good if you're working out hard, of course. All right, so leaving that with you guys to digest. All right, I know it's a lot easier than it sounds. Well, it actually probably sounds dreadful to some of you because some of you don't do that. But yes, it is a lot of work. Trust me, it takes a lot of work. As soon as I'm like, oh my God, I want that food right now on my plate and in my mouth. I want it right now. I'm so hungry for that. But it's worthwhile to look this good, so why not? Now, last night I probably had about 1,100 calories. All right, maybe 1,000 calories. Okay. Well, I thought I had less, but I think I had 1,100. So trust me, you don't have to necessarily go all out and totally lose so much weight that you are so skinny that you're frail, right? Like, you want to be powerful, you want to be strong, you want to be bold, dynamic, exuberant, enthusiastic, and a true champ, a king, as powerful as a boxer, as powerful as a football star, as powerful as a football quarterback. You want to be as strong as a steel worker, as a construction worker. You want to be powerful, right? You don't want to just be someone that's, so skinny that you're like, oh no, like, trust me, you want to look good, right? That's the reason why you diet and exercise. So if you're getting too thin, like I said, please refrain from dieting too much. And you'll monitor that, you'll get a feel for all that. You'll know. People will say, "Well, oh my God, you're too skinny." And remember, you can't go on what people are saying. A lot of people say I'm too skinny, but that's because they're overweight, right? Or some people might say I'm skinny, but that's because when you look at Taylor Swift, that's the response you say. It's not that she's too skinny, you just think she's skinny, right? I look very thin. When people see me, they think model right away. That's the kind of look I have because I look so good that people just automatically right away they're like, oh my God, they either say he's really gorgeous, or they say he's so thin, or he's so handsome, or he's so skinny. But when you say that, it's like if I were to see Taylor Swift walking by, I'd be like, holy, she's so skinny. But I mean, oh my God, I can't believe how gorgeous she is. That's what I'd actually mean, right? So so when you see someone like me walking around, you're thinking, holy, how does that person look that good? That's how, all right? That's the reason why I look this good. Now, I've seen some people losing weight. I know one of my coworkers losing a lot of weight. I'm not sure if he's using my dieting tips or not, but I can see why he would be losing weight if he is. But yes, so it's something that I really recommend. And trust me, you might think that having 500 calories a day makes you weak, right? I'm a lot stronger and a lot more fit than I ever was before because of this diet. Now look at me, I look perfect, right? Like this is a perfect look. So in order to look this perfect, that's what I do, all right? And do never throw up your food. Never eat a lot and throw up your food. Don't binge or be anorexic or be bulimic. Please do not do that. I'm all about healthy ways of looking thin and perfect, all right? So in order to be thin and perfect, you don't need to do that. Exercise more if you find eating too little is too hard to do, okay? Exercise more. Do not like if you're throwing up your food, the gag the flap in the back that's there, it's gonna go away and it's just gonna be you're gonna be really unhealthy. That's no good. I would never. You can see my dad from um, when he was in his 50s to now. He is healthy. He doesn't do anything unhealthy. He's very healthy. You don't look like that at 80 in your 80s because you're unhealthy, right? Like if he threw up his food, he probably wouldn't even be alive still actually. Like you would die a lot younger if you're anorexic or bulimic, all right? That's just not a healthy way to approach things, all right? So just because you see me looking like this and you think, oh my God, that dieting exercise tip is too hard, just do something, less. Don't overdo it, right? Like I'm all about your growth and your challenging yourself and going to the heights you need to go to without killing yourself over it, okay? That's what I'm all about. I want you guys to grow. I want you guys to be your best look ever. And remember, if you are someone that is overweight and and you're like, you know what, that's way too hard. I don't want to do it. And you want to be a star, you can be like Megan Trainor, right? Like Megan Trainor's gorgeous. She's a pretty girl, very pretty, right? Megan Trainor looks really good. She's overweight, right? But because she's overweight, she still looks really good. She probably eats healthy, takes care of her skin, doesn't smoke too much if she smokes at all. Um, so that's how she looks as good as she does, right? So I would just focus on if you cannot do the diet that I described or even a variation of it, trust me, you can probably eat 2,000 calories in a day as a guy and just work out a lot more. That's probably what you could do. But if you worked out maybe 2 hours a day, as every maybe 4 days a week, and did 1,500 calories in a day, and and made sure you were eating healthy, you could probably still get a really good look, right? Maybe maybe even better than mine. I don't do that, so maybe you look better than me. Now, I do exercise a lot, but sometimes my dance moves are not really, if if some people really exercise, and I really do exercise quite a bit. Like when I'm on the cardio or doing treadmill work, I'm exercising a ton. Like I'm really doing an amazing job. Like it's a lot of work. I'm really working hard. So, like for me, it's like I'm running pretty fast. But I don't, when I work out, I don't really sweat. Believe it or not, like you might think you look great, you must exercise a lot and sweat a lot. No, I don't actually sweat a lot. I'm actually running for like eight, I've actually ran for 8 hours in a day and didn't sweat at all. Now you're probably, and I was running, okay? So, I mean, in order for me to sweat, I'd have to work out even harder than that. And so that's just how good my system is. I'm just very, very lucky, obviously. But everybody can get to that if they're, so obviously some people can't, but I mean, if you're a person that can exercise and you have exercised in the past and you were very thin before, or maybe, or maybe once you do exercise, you get into a rhythm. But there are some people that can work out and do wondrous things, right? So you never know where you fit in until you try, right? So, yes, so that's how hard that diet and exercising regime is. It's a very difficult diet and exercise regime. It's not something that everybody can do, okay? So please remember that when you're trying to do that, you have to, you can do, like I said, do variations, right? Like don't just assume that you can do the hardcore workout and the diet to the extreme like I do, unless you know for sure you can. If some people know they can right away and they just do it right away and they're comfortable with it. But if it's a big struggle for you, please vary it up. Make it fun for yourself. Make it enjoyable, right? Like, and it has to be a lifestyle change. It has to be something you do. It has to be something you do. Um, has to be something you do for a lifestyle, right? You can't just do it one day, right? Or else it won't work. Okay, so maybe one day we'll get you to improve that one day, but it has to be a lifestyle switch, all right? So good luck. Good luck. I really want to encourage you guys. Thank you for listening. All right, and if you listen, you now know. All right, and that's a real dieting tip. All right, that's how you lose weight. All right, that's how you actually get fitter. Okay. So that, and I'm exercising right now. Let's see, I'm probably exercising about maybe 2 hours on Friday and Saturday, and then I do cardio maybe 2 days a week or one day a week, depending if I have time, because I work a lot too. So work is working out too, right? Like if you have, even if you have a sit down job, you're not just sitting at home eating, right? So if you're not eating at work, you're doing a lot of work, right? Moving around, you're doing a lot of things, right? Even if you're just sitting, try obviously if you're sitting versus standing, you're gonna lose a lot more weight when you're doing fitter things. But so if you're sitting in an office, I work a lot of hours, so I don't really have much time to exercise outside of that. So right now I'm probably exercising about maybe 7 hours a week. All right, 7 hours, and it's not overly rigorous. Okay, I can do rigorous for like 8 hours a day, every day of the week. But, and I mean, I'm sure I'll look really good if I do that. Once it's viral, I could probably do more exercise. I could spend less time at work. But yes, so yes, so because I'm doing 7 hours of working out, some weeks I do a lot more. If I'm eating more, I'll work out at the gym for hours and spend all day at the gym at least one day in the week and lose 2,000 calories in one sitting, all right? Or 1,000 calories. So now you know, all right? Now you know how to lose weight, all right? It's not easy, okay? It's real tough, all right? So just so you know, I'm looking out for you guys, all right? But remember, if you find it too tough, vary it up. If you like to exercise and you hate cutting out food, you love food, well, work out a lot more, right? Like, gauge from what you look like now to what your desirable look is. If you find you're eating more every day and you're gaining weight, well, or you're not exercising enough, then and you look at yourself and you say, I'm this weight now. I want to be this weight by the end of the week. Well, then you have to obviously eat less and lose the calories, or at least work out more, and then you'll lose the weight. You know what I mean? Gauge it that way. And make it enjoyable for yourselves, all right? If it's torture, you're not going to want to do it, all right? For me, I enjoy looking thin, so I'll do anything to do that. Besides throwing up, I will not throw up my food. I will not start smoking just to lose weight, because some people find that when you smoke, you lose weight. I will not do those things, and that's just how I am, right? As you probably noticed, I'm probably like superhuman in some sense. But yes, so, for me, I'm not gonna do anything where it's like, for me, it's an easier switch for me to make. But when I was 200 pounds, let's say, it was harder at that point. I mean, losing weight was a lot harder. Like dieting was a different thing for me. It wasn't like I wasn't actually dieting really. I was I was eating whatever I wanted. 200 pounds, you pretty much, at 200 pounds as a guy, you're not dieting that much and you're not really worried about your weight. I wasn't worried about it. I felt good looking, but somebody told me along the way, if you want to lose weight, and she told me, this girl was telling me, she said, sometimes I don't eat at all in a day. Sometimes I don't even drink anything in a day. And then I'm like, okay. And then, but she looked really good. Obviously did eat, but some days she wanted to be thinner. So, and she's awesome. I hope she's doing well. But yeah, so she wanted to be thin, right? So that's what you have to do, right? So so some days you don't have to eat anything. You don't have to drink anything. If you're healthy looking, you know you're healthy. I feel, it's funny when I'm thinner, like this. I'm walking down the street, I run more, or I just feel like running more. I'm not as lazy, right? But if I gain a bit of weight even, I'm like, oh, I don't want to run across the street. No, I run across the street. I run to the store. I run to the place I need to go to, right? And I don't always run. Trust me, I'm not always a runner. But I am capable of running a lot, a lot, a lot. But yeah. So you get the point. So some days you don't even eat anything. You don't drink anything. And if you actually did that, it's a lot easier than you might think. Now, some of you might be like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? There's no way." But so trust me, like it's not that bad. Like, um, especially on the days that I'm eating a big bowl of tortellini from Old Spaghetti Factory and loving it because it's so good. And then having a big bun with it because they give a whole loaf of bread with that. And then you have like the salad that comes with it. And then you're like in bliss. Yes, I can understand that would make anybody happy. But yes, those days I'm like, you know what, I'm really enjoying this, but I have to get back to what I was doing before. And I don't think about it. Like I don't worry about it. It's not a stress for me. Like for me, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I have to diet. Oh my God. For me, I'm comfortable with it. So I mean, I want to look good for my channel, so I'm willing to do that for it. So you guys, now I'm leaving that with you. All right, make it enjoyable, make it fun. Don't make it torture. All right, make it enjoyable. Have fun with it, please. Don't think that it's torture at all, please. If it is torture, then you're not doing the right thing. And if it is torture, just give it a chance more. Maybe you find it's not torture after you get used to it. But if it is torture, trust me, I want you to enjoy diet and exercise. I don't want you to be like, this is too hard. I'm gonna eat a big meal now and then gain even more weight. I don't want you to throw in the towel based on that. You know what I mean? So you know what you're a good judge yourself. You know exactly what your intuition tells you about your own weight and about your look. You know exactly how hard this diet would be for you. You know exactly other dieting methods that I've used that have worked. So you know exactly everything that you could possibly do. And those looks were really good. Like the 3 hours a day, 6 days a week exercise, and then the all organic diet at the same time. I mean, as Melina, I probably wouldn't look as good in that body, but I was a good looking guy for sure. I had big muscles. I was nice to look at for sure. But yes, and that was when I was in my 20s, I think. So I looked really, really good. Anyway, thank you all very, very much. I'm really pleased to share that with you guys because I know there are some people that go to get diet after diet and struggle and struggle. They never get told the right diet. They never get told They're always told false things. They're sold products that make them unhealthy because they're bad for you and they didn't realize. And they're doing the runaround when it comes to dieting. This is the real fact, all right? This is how you lose weight, all right? Okay, so and remember and if you first hear this and you think, man, that's easy. I didn't realize it was that easy to lose weight. I just thought I was doing the right thing before, but now I know. Like somebody seriously, when I first was told by that woman that was very thin, very nice. She was pretty too. She was a friend of mine. Hopefully she does well now. But when I was told by her that she doesn't eat in a day, I'm like, that's easy. Yeah, I can do that. I never thought that that was something that people did. I never thought that that would actually make me look better and feel more energetic. And it seriously did. I actually feel a lot better some days when I don't eat. But but if I'm too skinny, then obviously I'm gonna eat, right? But yes, so like it's actually really beneficial to look this good. People praise you, people worship you, right? So it's a really good look to have for sure. All right, like celebrities all look like this, right? That's how they do it. All right, I don't know for sure how they do it, but that's how I do it, and I look like a celebrity. So you do the math. All right, so that's what I'm giving to you. I'm presenting all that to you. That's all out on the table for display and for you to devour or not devour, whatever way you want to diet and exercise. That's for you to run it out, enjoy all that. That's fun, that's powerful, that's magic. You will really enjoy this dieting tip. These three dieting tips that I gave you from my past will get you the results you need. You don't do any other diet ever again. You can eat whatever you want for the most part. Don't worry about if your weight control, like if it's portion management you're doing, then for the last diet I told you, if it's portion management, then eating whatever is fine as long as you're not always eating junk, for your own health. But it would even be fine if you were, you know what I mean? You would still look the part of a star. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye now. Bye. Bye. Thank you all.